Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of the hydroponic peppers that I have going on right now here in the grow room. That's coming up right after this. What's up guys, my name is John. Welcome to another video. If it's your first time here and you want to learn more about sustainable gardening, gardening tips and tricks, and other gardening related stuff, start now by clicking the subscribe button and clicking the bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Alright, so today guys, we're looking at sort of an update on my hydroponic peppers. Now, for you guys, I really haven't shown sort of a tutorial or how-to on what I've done. Definitely be looking in the future for a video on that. I'm working on it right now. But I want to show you an update and just sort of what I've done and what I'm playing with here in the grow room. But stay tuned for a future how-to video on exactly what I've done, exactly what I'm using. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So in the grow room, I've got a few projects going on. One of them is hydroponic peppers. Now, the only thing I've really got going on right now is I've got a couple of seedlings that I've been keeping in a small, well, sort of small, Kratky style setup. And basically, for those of you that are not familiar with Kratky, basically it's sort of a static hydroponic system. There's no air being infused into the system. There's no air being pumped into the water, if you will, to create oxygenation. So what you have is you basically have static water, and then you leave sort of an air gap at the top between the top of the water or the water level and the net cup. And what it is it uses a net cup like this, and so your plant goes in it, and then what you have is you have something that has a sort of a water level in it, and then what your roots do is they grow through the net cup and into the solution, and so you want to leave that little air gap at the top, and what that does is those roots will essentially become oxygen roots. Basically, they'll seek out and they'll take in the oxygen that the plant needs in order to survive, because they're just like we are. We are living creatures, and we need oxygen, food, and water. So let's take a look at the couple of plants that I have going on. I do have some bigger plans for hydroponics in the future. I've got a few things that I'm already looking at, and really I'm super stoked. My wife isn't, because I'm bringing more stuff inside our dining room. So yeah, so let's take a look at them and I'll show you what I've got growing on. All right, so I've got three of the little Kratky set up so far for just peppers. Now what I've got going on here is I've got sort of the classic thing you would see a lot of on YouTube and just around the internet, and that is just this is a 2-quart a quart mason jar. And what you'll see here is I've got just a net cup here set down in it. You can actually put the ring on it, but what I find for plants that are going to use a lot of nutrients, I just leave the ring off because it's easier to get this out and change the solution out. So here, this is a Thai chili seedling, and it's doing pretty well. You can see here that it's got the seedling leaves, and then it's got its first set of true leaves. So it's doing fairly well, and it's just in a rock wool cube. And then the roots, you can just starting to see them coming out the bottom there. So yeah, they're going to start hitting the solution pretty soon, and that'll be kick-started. So also here, this is sort of a different setup. This is a container that I got at the Dollar Tree. It is just a little screw top container. This little blue cap screws off. It's hard to do with one hand, but it's the same sort of principle. You got room for a solution down here in the bottom. And then you got a net cup. And this net cup just comes right out. You can see the roots on this one here. Okay, this is a red Savina habanero. It's doing fairly well. It's got its true leaves, or it's got 2 sets of true leaves there, so it's doing good. So yeah, that one. And then I've got another one here. Now this one is in sort of a, this is an apple juice container. And I wanted to see if this would actually work, and it's working okay. It's not to be promoting a brand or anything, but we drink apple juice here in the house. And so, but this is in a 1 gallon apple juice container, and all I did was nothing fancy. I just cut out a spot on the top, just enough to set in the net cup. And you can tell it's not even perfect. It's just kind of there. But this is a Thai super chili. You can tell that I like the Thai peppers. But you can tell that this one is doing fairly well. Multiple sets of true leaves. And then it's got a fairly decent root system on it. So it's doing good. So yeah, and like I said, I've got plans to do some other things. All right, guys, so that is a look at the hydroponic peppers that I've got going on. I've got hopes for doing well, and I've got hopes for some future projects. And so definitely stay tuned for future videos. That's really it. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, pop those in the comment section below. Have you ever grown anything hydroponically? Leave that in the comment section below. I'm curious. And if you want to learn more about sustainable gardening, gardening tips and tricks, and other gardening related stuff, start now by clicking the subscribe icon and clicking the bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video.